Okay. Let's see. Hello, 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 everybody. Okay. We're going to continue this piece. I did get some critiques on this piece, so I'm going to edit it. It's mainly the legs, so it's going to be a liquify tool because I do not want to redo the whole details that I have there because that took forever. And I do have some drinks to keep me focused. But, easy enough. This is the liquify tool. Oh, okay. So I have to. I'm gonna duplicate this because I do like the fact that it is not a raster layer, but we'll just duplicate the layer and make it a raster. It's fine. Didn't realize you can't liquefy unrastered. Whatever. Okay. So I'm gonna go to my critique that I got on this piece. Let's go. Okay. So I got that this whole thing needs to move over. So I'm actually going to select it carefully. And turn it, looks like. Oop, I forgot to do this. Cancel. I gotta move it right about there. Yeah. That looks like this. Oop, there's a tangent, so I'll probably move it right and there. Okay. It's gonna look weird for a sec. There we go. Yeah. Go to the pen tool. Go with this and just. Okay. There's that. And let's fix up these areas. Go. A whole lot of changes according to that. That is good. I just have to raise up. Oh, looks like they want some of it to go like there. Okay. A lot of these are just minor changes because I got critiqued and that's what critiques are for. Let's make it a little from the top. Damn, there we go. Okay, so there's that. We're gonna add a little crease right about there. Okay, and then to avoid getting any of the details wrong for this, I'm gonna increase right about there and move that up, and then right in, right about there, and right there, and then bring it up again. There we go. Maybe just lowering this back end a little bit. Go. And there we go. Oop, I should make it a little rounder. Go. And then this one needed the back heel to go back and the front to go like this and like that. So yeah, easy changes, easy enough. Got the changes done like a glove. There we go. Let's just fix up some of these edges and some of the stuff that's overlapping that shouldn't be. We should be golden. Now, the front's done. At least for the line art. Now, let's see how good I did with these areas. Okay. 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 Thing looks good. Thing looks clean. Cool. So now we invert that. Go there, go there. We're just gonna make a basic break. Oop, Command Z. Okay, I got a command. I see where I've messed up. That's right. This area. Then invert. Ta-da! Fixed it up. Okay. So I'm not going to do a full render today. I'm going to do the base colors, as well as getting prepped for the reverse, so that I can actually add this into my portfolios. So what I do for reversing it, so I'm going to go here, duplicate layer, and then transform. Actually, let me see if I can just transform, flip. There we go. Okay. There's that for later. Just above. Because now, look at that. It's the reverse, which means I can line art that to show everything that's on the back and have an easy time figuring out where everything goes. But we're going to... Just want it right there. I guess I could shrink them. Gotta keep shrinking them. Okay, and I'm going to just have that silhouette right there. I will be using the line art from before to help me with what's going on, but I really like this. I did decide that he's going to be a redhead. Ooh. At least the main iteration of him will be a redhead. I will have other alternate iterations when I can. But let's just go back down to right here and add a layer and then no, we need this. Yes. And we need this one. Default. Nope. There we go. Let's start with an orange. Ooh, I forgot that cut. Shoot, I forgot that. 1 second. And we are going to start coloring. Oh, again, I won't be on for too long because I am waiting. Looks like I got about an hour and a half or hour and 20 minutes to get to stream for the rest of the day. So I do not like story subterfuge. Okay. Back to this. I believe I want him to be. Hey, Wit, how's it going? This one. That's actually really close. Nope. 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 Good, good. Might have to run, but I figured I'd say thanks for stopping by and saying hi. I guess that's the closest color I got. Yeah, I'm not streaming for too long today because I got some stuff to do later, but um, just trying to get further along with this project because if I can get this finished up, I can add it to my portfolio. Yay. Because I want to get into visual development art as soon as I can. Because I need to get back onto the career track I want to be on because this graphic design stuff is not what I expected. If we go a little like this and then tune it down, further down. Purple like the night sky. I like it. I will obviously make other color comp in color stuff because like every other game has a color comp. Oh, for me, it's not that. They're expecting me to do stuff that, and then they're sending me stuff that just doesn't make sense to me. Because I thought they hired me to make the designs, but I am now just a glorified machine fixer. Fix the designs so that they can be ready for print. I thought I was hired for the designs, for designing. Yeah, let's go with that. Pretty much, I they haven't accepted many of my designs for the past 3 months. They say, "Hey, you should be creative for this," and I be creative, and then they go and have something else do the creativity for me, and then they want that instead of what I designed. So, yup. Yeah. And I'm trying to keep somewhat positive. But Today I got a bunch of rejection emails. So just needing to keep working on my portfolio. But besides that, how have you been? What's been going on for you? I've been mostly doing day job work. Did get back from my trip recently, and that was a nice break. Gotta get that motor in. My windshield wipers fixed today, though. Ooh, yeah. What trip did you go on? I recently was on a trip as well. I went to Gen Con, woo, for the first time. Hopefully not the last, but we'll see. It was an expensive trip. I didn't spend as much as the people that were with me, but it was still an expensive trip. Oh, right. You told me that you went to Norway in person when we talked in person. Yes, I remember now. Well, I'm glad you came back. So you're back from your trip. Are you going to be going back? I thought you were going to move for your fiance. Or was I mistaken? Then we have to wait for paperwork. I go back in January to be processed for another 3 months. Ah, okay. Well, good luck with all that, because that sounds like it's going to be crazy. I know I should have done, so that it would have been easier for me to change all these colors later if I wanted to. Made each one their own layer. Yeah, this is a unique. So, this is actually a project that I'm doing based off of the Japanese religion slash mythology because I don't know what to call it. So, Susanoo and Amaterasu are two of three deities. I'm gonna make. So I am making this as a D&D character as well, but for later use. But currently, this is a design that I want to go through for Tsukiyomi, who is the moon god, who is married to Amaterasu. I'm thinking that this is going to be more like an acolyte or something now that I'm thinking about it, and I don't want to make just gods, but maybe acolytes of these deities. Um, Something that matches the generic uh, Valorant, Overwatch esque vibes. Um, um, so that I can send it in his portfolio. This character is named Su, after Tsukiyomi. So I'm starting with this because I'm gonna be honest, a lot of my characters are white. A lot of my original characters have white hair because I just think it's so cool. But so I'm trying to lean away from that a little bit, and I didn't want to be super generic and give him just black hair. Uh, so I thought making him a redhead would have been good. So that's uh, that's what this design's for. Making and this way I have a story in my head. They're acolytes. They're of in modern esque day, where they can fit in either Overwatch or Valorant, so they can, or heck, even and other games like Marvel Rivals. Um, but this is just so I can have a few characters that people can look at and be like, "Oh, these are yours." And hey, maybe I'll make do what other artists do. And why are you? What's going on there? What is going on right here? Okay, sorry. I'm gonna. Nope. Um, like I've been seeing a bunch of artists do some crazy things with their characters. So maybe I will finally have an original character that I will be quite happy with. But again, this is gonna be a short stream, so I'm just kind of throwing colors on, and then going to go through differences later. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off for right now. Just oopsies. But I do plan to make these characters have, because I want to make 3 of them. Then maybe I'll make a monster that they have to fight that's based off of Yamato no Orochi. The serpent that swallows the world with water. Because, you know, every location has a giant serpent story. I'll tell Miyani that you said hi. She's the reason I'm gonna have short is because we've just spent 2 weeks apart for the first time in like ever since we've been dating. So she's gonna be back in like an hour, so I won't be streaming after that because I want to hang out with her. Maybe we'll switch to gaming for the rest of the night. I don't know. Well, my front tire deflated this morning on my drive to work, so that was fun. That I had to waste 1 hour of PTO. Oof! That's never fun. I hate when that happens. One second. I need to make sure something. I'm running on spare tire and dreading buying a new tire for like. Um, what car do you drive? Tires are not $200 for a Honda Accord. Where did you check? You could probably get a set of 4 at either a commercial tire or Walmart for 200. Okay, good so far. Town Fair Tire? Never heard of that place. Honestly, if I were you, your best bet would probably be to go through Walmart. Um, not because they're great tires, but because they're affordable. Um, but I always go to Commercial Tire because I don't know if there's a Commercial Tire near you, but I go through Commercial Tire and it's usually $50 per tire. Dude, what? It's a Honda Accord. Do you have like special fittings or something like that? Like, do you have special rims? So that's the only thing that I could think of that would cause that much of a difference. And I'm saying this not as a I'm just befuddled. Also, it might be because I'm west and I've noticed that everything on the east side of the states is super expensive while everything on the west side of the states is cheaper. And that was my experience going to Gen Con because Gen Con was expensive during meal times. Like even going to restaurants that were just like 2 blocks away from the convention center, meals were expensive. Yes, I was at Gen Con. That's why I was gone. A couple weeks ago, last week and the week before. It was definitely a good experience. I don't know how often I will go, but I did make some network connections that hopefully things will come from them work wise, because that would be nice. Let's just get the bag to be a little bit lighter on the blue spectrums. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. Um, 1 second. Let me see. Tires. Found just through. Oh, look at this right here. Waterfall Echo Dynamic All Season tires at Walmart, $56 per tire. You don't like you can. Let me add the LX, see if that changes things. Usually doesn't. Just $50, bestseller. Oh, look, $50. Crossmax CT1 All Season, which is the ones I usually get for my car when I'm going to Walmart. You want the link? Let me just type it all up for you on Discord so that you got that. Because my guy, you just gotta search. Gotta do some digging. You don't go for the first place. And that's Walmart. I would recommend if you have a commercial tire, to go for a commercial tire. Because they are. Is that you? Nope, that's not you. What the heck? One sec. Message. Mart tires Crossmax CT-1 all season 195 60 R115 8H extra large passenger tire. Now I know it says passenger, but those usually go for all four. So yeah, now you can search. There's a $60 one. That one that I just sent you is usually $60. Now, this is Walmart, and this is not like long lasting tires. They are specifically tires that you use. Yeah. If you have a Walmart a super Walmart nearby, or a Walmart with a yeah, no, if your local Walmart has a auto center, hey, how's the cat doing? The cat's doing great. He is napping on his new futon. Upstairs. You are in a Honda Accord. That thing still has like 100,000 miles left on it if you give it new oil. What are you talking about? Stolock, my guy. I will say I am streaming today on both YouTube and Twitch. I'm kind of upset with YouTube right now, because of their most recent announcements. Like, as long as you take care of your Honda Accord, Honda will last forever. You will die before the car does. If you take care of it, that's giving it new oil changes, fixing its brakes, and keeping up with the tire maintenance. As long as you do all those, your car is going to last forever and have great gas mileage. The only reason I switched to my new Honda because I loved my Integra, which is a Toyota version of the Accord, was because it got too expensive to maintain the outer body, not the actual innards. So I sold it to someone that would appreciate it more, and they got pissed at me because I did a lot of work to it. But they were like, "Why didn't you tell me about it?" And I'm like, "I did." Kadia fell before the guards did. What? Kadia? What's Kadia? Am I missing a like historical reference? Maybe. Mm. 40. Oh, yeah. No, if anyone's looking for a vehicle, I highly, highly recommend going for a Honda or a Toyota. Not because they're imports, but because of things. Is Kadia broke before the guard did in reference to a blown up human planet. Ooh. Yep. That's what it's referencing, then yeah. I'm gonna go here, go there. Gonna add the white. No, liner. Just gonna. Let's just go down. Gonna just do this. Like this, just to break up the darker colors. What else? What? But honestly, if you are thinking about um, getting a car, I highly, highly recommend um, getting a Honda or a Toyota. Ooh, on Netflix. Gosh, I don't say it's really good, but it's a good binge watch. Like, it's not great. It's definitely an allegory for the pandemic. But The Last House, it was an alright thing. Is it? It's also still before the 13th, so I would recommend watching the Chronicles of Riddick. All three? Does it have all four? Mine have all four movies. Chronicles of Riddick, 100%. Pitch Black, Chronicles of Riddick, and Riddick. They might have. I did not see that they had the animated show or movie on there, but I do highly recommend those on Netflix right now. Though, give it 2 days and those are off of Netflix. Let's see how that. It's lighter. Dang it. Yeah, that's better. That just barely matches the value of the hair. And then just make all of these. Um, what's your top three shows or movies? I'm actually not on Netflix as often as I used to be. Um, Shows I usually go to Crunchyroll for now. So I'm on a lot of the anime stuff. Um, and then if I don't have, if the specific show is not on the streaming I'm on, I usually just turn my TV to our free TV Wi-Fi streaming, which has ads, but at least has shows that we can watch. Um, then um, Gurren Lagann's my top go feel good show. Um, um, Another one I'm watching is on Crunchyroll. Oh, one that's on Netflix that you could watch is Shangri-La Frontier. That one's really good. At least I think it is. Oh, that that's a very easy way to make. Wow. Okay. That's tone. Let's see if I can do something on here. Um, Um, trying to see. If I can. Wow. Guys, you see how easy it is? And if we change the luminosity, it changes the value. Oh, actually, that's not too bad. That actually looks really good. Oh, that looks really good. Let's see if I can. What happens if I go full 25? Like, that looks really sick, actually. That looks so good. Oh man, those colors work really well together. That was an easy just so look, alternate color right there. Cool. Let's click OK. Cause now I can just doop 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 doop. That's actually really good. I like that color. I like these that color com. That's really good. I know it's more blue, but that's such a good color comp. That's cool. Okay. Let's duplicate it again and this see what else we could get. What other colors we can just figure out. So now it's at 0. Okay, what's going to minus 25 for this one? Okay. Little girly pop colors. That's pretty good. Let's see what happens if we keep going. Mm-hmm. Not a huge fan of the skin change though. If we go back to 25, we're back to where we were at. No, that's not bad. Let's see, is there any other tonal corrections? Reverse gradient. Oh, that's inverse. Wow. Okay. Not what I want. Let's do color balance. So if we go, let's go extreme, extreme, extreme. We're back to where we were. Okay, extreme, extreme, extreme. Back to where we were. Interesting. So for this, and that just changes the hues of it. Like that's not what I want. But this is kind of like a really cool way to experiment with the colors. Is just binarization. Oh, cool. Okay, interesting. Oh, damn it. convert drawing to color. Interesting. Let's try this. Okay. Ooh, actually, a little bit more spooky Halloween. The darks are very dark. Let's go just a touch that way and auto adjust. What does that do? Yeah, that's too extreme. Radiant map. Ooh. But I really do like these two color comps. I know they're very similar, but they're not bad. Okay. But like I said, this is going to be a short stream. I think an hour is fine. I just wanted to do something. I know that I'm going to have to continue making more content because now YouTube's asking for 8,000 hours instead of its 4. But I gotta make dinner, so I'm gonna go do that. Yeah, so I'm kind of upset. I didn't want to stream because I was kind of upset about that. To be honest, I'm just gonna delete this because I don't think that there's. I honestly like this one better, but I'm gonna just nope. Shit, So I'm I'm gotta figure out what I want to do for my YouTube channel. Because I do want to get monetized. I think it would be cool to help with making it so my art is my art, you know. But we'll see. Thank you everyone for stopping by. Let's see. Do we have a whole lot of people? Nope. And a big whooping nope. So, yeah. Thank you everyone. Um, I'll see you again maybe tomorrow. I think I'm gonna go see Spider-Man tomorrow, and then if that's the case, I'll probably stream Friday playing Halo with Miyani. So, thank you everyone, and I'll see you again next time.